Today, I want to give a recap of the third quarter. So, between July and September, I read 16 fantastic books, and each one of them I absolutely loved for a variety of reasons. However, it has been so hard to try and narrow down those books into a top five, which honestly, I couldn't do it. I did a top five and one honorable mention, which I'll do at the end. Before I get into everything here, let me know if you've read any of these books, if you have any of them on your TBRs to read. I have full reviews for all of these up on my channels. You can check them out there. McIntyre's The Spy and The Traitor. This is my first Ben McIntyre book, and it was awesome. This book gave me anxiety as I read through it. This book is about Oleg Gordievsky, who is a double agent for Russia, who is trying to defect to England. This one is phenomenal. It's a page turner, and you cannot get this book read fast enough. It is awesome. And if you love spy movies and you love spy stories, this one is definitely one you want to pick up. War Against All Puerto Ricans. This one here is by Nelson Dennis. This opened my eyes to a ton of history that I did not know about. This is a great slice of history that looks 50s, 1960s Puerto Rico, where there was an uprising that didn't go very well, but the federal government of the United States completely went after and decimated a good part of this movement. I couldn't recommend this one enough. I feel like this is one of those, based even on the current times, this is one of those books that I think everybody should read. Clint Smith's How the Word is Passed. I could not recommend this enough or talk about this one enough. Clint looks at several American landmarks where slavery was taking place, and he examines how each one of these places talks about slavery, has that story of. And it is a powerful look at how words can convey a message, and sometimes that message isn't clear or it is not accurate. And so, again, this is one of those books that I feel like everybody should read. It's beautifully written. It is engaging and it's thought-provoking, and it is definitely one of those books, another one that everybody should read. Empire of the Summer Moon. This is a great look on the rise and fall of the Comanche Indians. And this one focuses in a lot on the brutality of both sides. Gwen does a great job of showing the entire environment in which the West really was taking place. It is more than a location. It is a time frame in which both sides, the United States and Native Americans, were both brutal. They were both complex. This book focuses on two people that kind of encapsulate that idea. And the first one is Cynthia Ann Parker, who was a small child from the settlers who was kidnapped by the Comanche Indians, who grew up, who later on gave birth to a child who was Keena Parker, who ended up being one of the last Comanche chiefs. And his story and her story is intertwined with just how the West was seen by both sides, and it is phenomenal. Empire of Pain is written by one of my favorite authors, Patrick Radden Keefe. This book goes through how the opioid crisis in America was started and funded by a particular family. This one is an interesting investigative reporting and journalism. I got frustrated, I got angry, and it provoked so many other emotions while reading this book that I couldn't not put this one in the top five. Now, I did say that I had an honorable mention, and this is one of those books that I had to put in there because it made such an impact on me personally. Vietnam by Max Hastings. This book, I absolutely love this book. This book is a deep dive into the Vietnam War, looking at it through the view of soldiers, refugees, politicians, people who were there, protesters. They're all in this book, and I could not put this one in the list. If you get a chance to read this book, and it is a time commitment type of a book, it is so worth it. And if you do get that opportunity to read this book, savor it. It is a great book.